Hey, what is up everybody? How are you guys doing? Thanks for checking out Bluefoot Homesteading. Support for the channel is awesome. I do appreciate it. And I want to talk about kind of what's going on. I usually don't do current event videos, but maybe I can group some things all together in one video in a way. That's what I'm going to attempt to do for this video. So all the stuff that's been going on pretty much since Trump's been elected, he's been moving very, very fast with many things. The biggest things that are going on right now that I kind of want to talk about are tariffs and the whole tariff war that's already exploded and all that. Now, I just heard today that EU, the European Union, is going to be doing retaliatory tariffs against the United States. Trump is upping it. Trump just upped the tariffs to Canada to 50% on whatever. I'm not even positive on everything. I haven't really been watching a lot of the news and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just getting kind of bits and pieces of things. And really that's all I need for this. The question I ask myself is this it? Is this how it's going to go down? Are tariffs going to be the apocalypse? No. But can they fuel things? Now, I'm looking at everything as the big picture. I'm looking at basically a world war, East versus West, and I'm looking at the progression of everything that moves up towards that point. Now, we really need our allies. We really need NATO. We need these people on our side to help push the West to hopefully win this conflict that's coming our way. So this can go two different ways. I even heard Trump talking about getting out of NATO, which I don't get that, except that it's Trump and Trump's going to do Trump things in a Trump manner. But we really need this. Now, it can go really, really good, or it can go really, really bad. Like I talked in another video a couple weeks ago. I apologize, it's been a little bit. But he's either going to be, people are going to make shrines of the guy, not shrines necessarily, but big memorials and statues of Trump, or he's going to be the most hated person in the world till the end of time. I kind of get what he's doing. He's trying to put pressure on other countries. He's trying to put pressure on regions. He's flexing the power that the United States has, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. And they're either going to cave, which a lot of these countries don't have enough military or GDP to stand on to compete with the United States. Like Canada, for instance. What are they going to do against the United States, really? I don't mean anything derogatory towards Canadians or anything like that, but when you compare military to military, GDP, cash reserves, world currency, and all these things, there just isn't really a competition, and that is everybody. That's everybody in Europe and really around the world, except for maybe China, which I have conflicting ideas about how their economy is doing and power is doing. But are we just trying to kind of crush them and make them kiss Trump's feet, basically? It could be. It could be possible that that's going to happen. I think the other option is going to be that I just got a random cat walk into my garage and go for the food. They're going to turn against the United States. I think this is a very real possibility. Right now, Trump is pissing off the entire world, except for a group of Republicans who live here in the United States. I mean, everybody. I'm not going to go through and name all the countries and regions and all that kind of stuff. It's the whole world. We're pissing everybody off. And if they decide to go against us, even if half of them give up on the United States, we're probably going to be in trouble, especially Europe. Now, we got this little fight thing going on with Europe right now that's just starting to flare up. Who knows how far it's going to go. We're in big trouble if we lose Europe. If we lose those allies, if we lose people to stand by our side when in fact, the shit hits the fan. So right now, I think we're really playing with fire. Now, to bring it back to the beginning, is this the time? Is this the SHTF moment? No, it's not. When we're going to know when the SHTF moment is. There's not going to be a question about it at all. We're going to know, we're going to feel it, we're going to live it. There's going to be no denying it at all. But this could be a move definitely in that direction. Now, I also think like all of this is an economical move, an economical flex, whatever way you want to look at it, by the Trump administration. Now, there is the possibility, and I think it's a rare case, I think if we're just standing on our own, if we don't have this issue with Russia, if we don't have this issue with the East Asia area, well, China, you know, if we don't have the issue with the Middle East and all these different areas, even Mexico and Cuba and all these other places, I do think this could work. I think this economic flex to make everybody start paying their dues, as Trump likes to say, it could work. It could definitely work. It will bring back manufacturing. It will bring GDP. I don't know if it's even GDP. It's going to bring money back into the U.S. And if they use it correctly, they'll be able to fix a lot of problems. They'll be able to get this country back on track and make this place great again. Now, I don't even want to bring this up because that's a video of its own. They give us stimulus checks because they're planning on making money. That's a complete disaster. The money that comes into the country needs to go back into the country. We need to get ourselves out of debt. We need to start building our country up again. It's not about keeping us fat and happy. If they're going to put out stimulus checks to keep us fat and happy, I got a different idea of where this country's going. But if it is just enclosed within the United States and he's doing these things within the United States, it could be a good thing. But we have conflicts out there. We have conflicts brewing. We have China stepping up to possibly get into the #1 spot. They want to get into the #1 spot. They're going to be contesting the United States. They've already said they're going to do it. We, under Biden, have said what we're going to do, but I'm sure Trump is going to do the same thing. I know they're pulling out of certain areas in the military and focusing more in the South China Sea and around in that area. So I think he is planning that. So I think it's a little bit of a disaster right now with everything that's going on with these tariff wars. Having these bigger storm clouds on the horizon, I don't really think it's the best idea. I think the odds are going to be a little bit against us because we could be hurting shortly. There's a very good chance. People are talking about a recession on the news now. That's kind of the hot topic. But we could be getting some hurt economically coming our way. Trump has even come out and said that we might feel a little bit of pain. A little bit of pain is good, or however he quoted that. I don't know exactly, but he did mention something that I saw. But if you start piling these issues on top of each other, we got a problem. If we're able to stand alone, break our economy down, break our government down, which I'm all for, rebuild it, get it back together, and then tackle these other problems, we might have a chance of doing something good. If these other problems see our weakness and pounce on our weakness, just like it happens in the wild, this could be a SHTF situation and we could be in big trouble. So I'm really curious. I'm definitely paying attention to what's going on over in Europe. I'm paying attention the best I can to what's going on in China. It's really, really quiet in China right now. Not a lot going on. They're just doing some basic drills and stuff like that. But I can guarantee you they got bigger plans and they're doing bigger things than what they're letting us know. But I can't really find that information out there. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places. But when it comes to Russia, pretty quiet in Russia. Everybody's kind of waiting to find out what the United States is going to do and where we're going to be. And especially China, they're going to put themselves at the best advantage that they can to make a move on Taiwan. Because once they make a move on Taiwan, it's basically going to be a world war. But as far as Trump and these tariffs go and all this stuff, he's playing with fire. He really is playing with fire. I expected a little bit of this shit show to happen. I didn't think it would go this far. Like the tariffs with Canada and stuff like that. But Canada also has tariffs on us up 200, 250%, and there's a long list of them. But it's smaller items. It's not these big things. So, yeah, it's really playing with fire. It's playing with fire. And I could really dig in deep to every little situation, each tariff, each region, what's going back and forth in the battle and stuff like that. But there's plenty of information out there on YouTube for that. So I'm not going to bore you with that. But I just kind of wanted to make people think a little bit, give my perspective of what's going on recently with all this kind of stuff. And just basically try to get people to think a little bit different. Especially if you're on the Trump train and Trump's going to do no wrong and this is all great for the country and great for the world. Think about this. Think about this whole big picture about how it's going to go. So I just wanted to kind of get that out there. Not a huge topic or anything, but something I've been thinking about, and I haven't put a video out in a while. I'm going to try to work on a couple other videos here shortly. And I got an update on the chickens coming. Very interesting. As well as the garden and stuff like that. So I'll leave with that for now, and I'll be coming out with another video here shortly. So I will talk to you guys soon. Till next time, peace.